guys, happy new year. I know it's February, but happy new year and welcome back to my channel, Crystal Clear Curls. I am Crystal. I know I've been missing in action. Life just be lifing, and you know, sometimes you gotta switch those priorities up. And I'm back though. I'm back. And I'm going to try and be back on a consistent basis. But I have been living this will be the third month that I am wearing my hair straight. So I still love my curls. I still don't plan to be a straight natural. But I am always loving my hair straight in the cold months. Because for me, it's easier to manage. I can do a lot of low manipulation styles. And it's just proven itself to be more manageable for me during this time of year. And so I'm going to keep going on it. I've had about maybe 5 wash days between December 1st and today, which is February 1st. And each time I have either worn it just in a blowout state or have gone further and flat ironed it. I don't really do the silk presses. I'm not really keen on my hair being super straight. I don't crave super bone straight hair. For one thing, I don't like to try and have to always protect it from reverting. When my hair has a little more body in it, I'm able to just add more texture in it and it doesn't even faze me. So I'm gonna keep going with that, and today I'm gonna be trying a new heat tool, and it is from TYMO. It is their TYMO hair straightener. It's a 2-in-1 straightening brush and iron. This is the box. I have yet to open it. I got this 2 weeks ago. Yeah, right before the winter storm here in Mississippi. And so the winter storm, it was crazy here. So I didn't really have a chance to try it out. I'm going to open this and I'll be right back. So now that I've opened the box, quite a few things came in there. The thermal glove to be able to hold the heat tool with no problem. The actual heating tool, and this is it straight out of the plastic. And as you can see here, it has the straightening comb. But here, are the plates for the flat iron. So I'm really excited about trying this. I have one of their other heating tools, and it's good for a big fluffy blowout that is a little more smooth than just blow drying it. So I've used it before. I can't remember if I have a video on it on YouTube, but if I do, I'll share it in the cards up there. But I am super glad to be getting this, and it came with a paddle brush. A big, nice paddle brush. Because when my hair is straight, this is typically what I grab for. I'm going to go ahead and get it set up so that we can start ASAP. Okay, so I have plugged it up. And now I'm going to turn it on here on the power button. Okay, so I've cut it on. And here you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but it has the temp of 340 degrees Fahrenheit. Then it goes to 375 and then 410. I think I'm going to use it on 410. I hope that's not too much for my hair. Oh, okay. So it has even more than that. So it really can go as low as 265, then 300, 340, 375, and then 410. I'm probably actually going to stick to 375. I'll go up to 410 if I feel like I need to, but for now I'm gonna stick with 375. And right now the temp part on it is flashing. Let's see if I can get y'all to see it. So it is flashing, and once it reaches that temp, it will go solid. So I'm gonna wait for it to heat up. To be honest, I don't know what to expect. I have seen a couple of videos of it online where I feel like it gave a pretty good press, just fluffier than it's I don't think it's really sleek, which is fine with me because that's not what I'm necessarily going for. But I do, however, like it to be sleek enough where I don't feel like I have to add heat at any point, any other time. So I do want at least that kind of result. And now it is solid on 375. And I'm going to get started. Before this, I used my TYMO AIRHYPE to blow dry my hair, and I really do feel like I got a pretty good blow dry. I'm pretty excited about how it came out. Before I blow dry my hair, I used my Redken One United All-in-One Multi-Benefit Treatment, and it is a heat protectant as well. So I use that, as well as my Uncle Funky's Daughter Maximum Thermal Protection Split End Serum. This is always a constant for me. So I think I'm gonna use the Doux OPP One Press Pass. I think it's what it's called. Hold on. Okay, so it's one pass press. I think I'm gonna use this on my hair before going in with it. Sometimes you just get a little heavy-handed, even though I try not to be. But I really like to try and work that in so that I don't hear any kind of sizzling or anything on the iron, because that right there would scare the crap out of me. It would scare me really, really bad. Okay, I can feel the heat on my face when I hold it up. So I'm really just right now going to try and use the straightening comb side. I just want to see, you know, how well it does alone. Okay. Y'all see that gray streak? It's my favorite part. Y'all, that did really, really good. Like, that did really, really, really good. To the point where I'm wondering if I should even go in with the flat iron part. I probably am, just to try it out, but I really like how straight it got that part. Oh my gosh. That well exceeded my expectations. I did not see that coming. That was a really good pass. Okay. So, I'm gonna also try, and since I use the straightening comb part, usually I go really slow, you know, when I'm flat ironing my hair, because I don't want to have to go another pass with it. But I feel like since I use the straightening comb part first, I should be able to kind of just, you know, really go through it with the, what do you call it? Flat iron part. Lord, perimenopause it's another reason why, you know, I've been away from the camera, because brain fog is for real. And it's hard to film with brain fog. But anyway, back to the program. I'm getting ready to try out the flat iron part. Now the thing I'm unsure about is if I'm able to get any kind of bump, which on that pass I really don't feel like I did. And then it kind of, I probably need to watch how I'm turning it, because my hair went back through the straightening comb part of it. And I just want to make sure I'm not putting too much heat on my hair. And like I said, I'm not concerned with having a super silky press. Definitely not looking for bone straight. So this right here, I really like how straight that got. And I just could only imagine if I took it up to 410. 410, it will probably be close to bone straight. And I don't need that. I don't have to have bone straight. Okay, so my concerns now that I've seen, you know, the very first thing is it does not seem like the flat iron part of it grips my hair really tight. I think you would need the thermal glove to maybe hold it, you know, tight enough so that when you bring it down, it would work out better. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to stick with going through one pass with the straightening comb. And then again with the flat iron, you know, very quickly. I'm hoping to see that it can get my roots pretty straight. Because if it can get my roots pretty straight, I ain't really concerned about the rest of my hair like that. So hopefully it can. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like it did just as good on that pass, and there was a little more hair than it was here. I slick think I would be okay with just using the straightening comb part. I think I'm only going in here with the flat iron to kind of put a finishing touch on it, but I don't think you need it. Y'all, this is a really good press. It's gonna be a really good press. I think this is gonna turn out really, really good. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm having some high expectations now. I didn't quite know what to expect at first, but I am really enjoying how these results are coming out. Now, of course, because I'm on 375, I'm not looking for super longevity of my hair being, you know, silky straight. Okay, so I think when you're using the straightening comb, you can't expect it to really do anything for your ends, which is why I think the flat iron part is useful for the ends of the hair. Now, you can't get any kind of bump with this. I done tried a couple of little wrist flicks to see if it's possible to get any kind of bump with it. I don't see it. I ain't been able to get a bump yet. But this is what my hair is looking like so far, and I feel really good about where this is headed. I don't know, I may try to bring my camera down some because I feel like you can't see the ends of my hair, that or push my camera back some. But I'm gonna continue it, and then we'll come back and see if it was the same for each part of my hair, because the front of my hair is a little more fine than the middle of my hair, and then the back of my hair is way more fine than all of my hair. So the back I'm not worried about. I usually can literally almost go through it one quick pass and it'll be straight. So I'm not worried about that, but I am excited. So I'll be back once I finish this whole side, and then we'll talk a little more about it then. That is a really good press. I'm loving it. But I'm telling you, majority of it came from the straightening comb side. To me, the flat iron side is just like a smoother. But that straightening comb part, it's doing all the work. Like the flat iron part, it's not tight. So it's not even gripping your hair so much to the point where, you know, it's really adding and applying pressure. It's not doing it. It's really gliding over and making it smooth. But golly, I am liking it so far. Hopefully, I'll feel the same once we get through with the whole set. I just had to come back and show y'all how the first part looks. It looks amazing. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so this is what this full side is looking like. So far so good. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit at the back where it seems like I kind of missed parts of my roots. I'm probably gonna go through that part with just the straightening comb side, and just because it's just a little area here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it feels like I left a lot of texture right there. And I'm just going to run through it with the straightening comb part. And I don't think I'm even going to take it all the way through my hair. I just want to hit the root. And that right there did it already. It did it. So far, am loving it. I mean, like, it is really exceeding my expectations. I was not expecting to be able to get like that kind of movement, this silky, this straight. I was not thinking that that's what we were getting. I thought we were gonna get like big blowout, you know, maybe smoother blowout. This is gorgeous. I'm gonna be able to wear this 2 weeks. I was really gearing up like, okay, I'm probably gonna get a good week out of it. And I'll probably have to add texture by day 3 or 4. I think I'm gonna be able to wear it straight or majority straight, because I don't really go for straight. I always add at least some kind of texture in it. But I think I'm going to be able to rock that for a week and then maybe add texture in the second. I am blown away. I did not think that straightening comb was going to straighten as much as it straightened. This is gorgeous to me. It is downright gorgeous to me. And I can tell that I use it on 375 because like these parts of my hair is already starting to puff up, some areas of your hair, you need over 400 degrees to really get straight. But like I said, I ain't worried about that. it's puffing, but it's not puffing to the point of it doesn't look like I flat ironed it. So I'm really excited. I'm about to film this side for Instagram. Content creator struggles is trying to get horizontal and vertical video. Freaking hard. But yeah, I'm gonna come back at the end. I'm gonna share all my thoughts. I may even include some of the clips from my vertical video. So I'll see y'all when I'm all done. Okay, y'all, so I have finished all of my hair and I love it. I absolutely love it. My hair is so soft and silky, and while I know some of that has to go to the prep that I did for my hair, I've used flat irons before that make you feel like, oh my gosh, my hair feels ugh. But this, oh my gosh, this has to be one of the best hot tools I've used. Now, I don't use many hot tools, so I ain't saying, oh, it's better than the such and such and such. Of the hot tools I've used since being natural, and that's maybe 3 different hot tools, four different hot tools. Of those 4 that I've used since being natural, this is the best. And the fact that I used it on $375 and was still able to get them results, $410, I probably could have had a silk purse. Because what? This is absolutely gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. I am slick speechless because I really was not expecting this. So just a little bit more into my experience. I do feel like I was able to get my roots really good. I did like that the straightening comb part, like the ends of the teeth that are sticking out the most, they are not as hot. So if they touch your scalp, you don't feel like you're burnt, like it's burnt or anything. So I did like that because I could get really close to the scalp. I could even go in here and make sure I was getting like the baby hairs and all of that. And then being able to go through it with the straightening brush, not even super slow, but just like enough to get majority of it on one pass. I was able to bring it down. Now I will say it is not the best for the ends of your hair, and if you need a little bit of a trim like me, then it really doesn't do as much for the ends of your hair. But then I started to use the flat iron part. And when I did the flat iron part, I didn't go slow at all. It was more of like a smoothing thing. And like I said earlier, it's not tight. The plates are not tight. So it barely feels like it has a grip on your hair, which is why I really wonder if it is just for smoothing because it didn't grip it enough that if I were just trying to use the flat iron part, I don't think I would have liked it with just the flat iron part. So then what I started to do, at first I was saying, oh, it don't give no type of bump, which is still bumpless, very, very little bump, but I was able to get it not straight. But at the ends, when I did the flat iron part, I would take the flat iron, and by the time I made it towards this part of my hair, I would take it and start flipping it. And so then the ends of my hair were then being touched by both the flat iron and the straightening comb. And that was great. That got the ends straight, flat, and smooth. I will say one of the hang-ups was my hair was getting caught in it a little bit, and sometimes I just had to like slightly open the flat iron plates as I was bringing it off in order to not snag my hair. And it wasn't snagging it bad, but a snag nonetheless. But overall, this is probably either my best or my second best press I've ever done. And I did it with this tool, and I am stoked because I love it. I really am. I know I've talked enough this video, but I am kind of speechless about, and maybe it's because my expectations weren't high to begin with. And then I go in, like, I wish you could feel my hair. I wish you could feel the silkiness. It feels so good. Hands down, the best hot tool I have used. And this is coming from somebody who does not want a silk press. I want to make sure that is clear. I don't want anybody saying, oh, it didn't get it silk press, it didn't get it bone straight, because that's not what I'm going for in the least. Like, I don't want that at all. Hear me? Okay. For the type of press that I like, which is a voluminous press that I can add texture in and it still looks really good, this is the best tool I have used. And the fact that I was able to use it on 375 and still get these results is amazing to me. So I hands down suggest that if you are looking for a product to give you these sort of results, that you look this way. I'm going to link it in the description box below. And y'all, I am loving it. I mean, look at the movement that I'm able to get. I don't always get that from my presses, you know, not so silk press or whatever you want to call it. But this right here exceeded my expectations, and I'm so glad to be back on YouTube, and I'm glad to be back reviewing this product because it was such a success. I feel like this is a great start to 2026 for me. So if you have any questions or any comments, please leave them below. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment, all the things that you do for YouTube. And until next time, y'all, I'll see y'all. Bye.